Welcome back to Coach Cameron's podcast. Today's episode I'm reading, which is a first for me. I've never wrote out, a message and read it, but I'm very excited about this message. It's Paul Harvey's message. I want to give him full credit because that's where I was inspired. And so it's from his 1965 message, If I Were the Devil. So it's his with my little twist. And here we go. If I was the anti-soccer establishment of America, if I was the apparent contradiction to the beautiful game, I would put a veil of darkness over the people. If I was the anti-soccer establishment, I would take much of the real estate and convert them to baseball fields only. But I wouldn't be happy until I seized every facility and made them multi-purpose with long jump pits to shorten the width. So I would do whatever is necessary to take over the beautiful game. I would take over the state associations first and begin a campaign of many rules with the wisdom of the devil. I'd seek control by expensive mandatory education followed by fines and probation. To the little ones, I would scream from the sidelines what to do. I would convince the parents that they know best and they must provide lectures to their sons and daughters in the car ride home. I would teach the importance of winning every Saturday is more important than learning through failure. I'd create multiple national titles so competition would be weakened. I would create leagues of entitlement so others cannot compete. I'd spread rumors that because of race, they lack discipline. If I were the anti-soccer establishment, I would have clubs at war with themselves, state association at war with themselves, and U.S. soccer at war with themselves, so they were all consumed. If I were the anti-soccer establishment, I would make promises to families of pathways to professional, college, national team exposure with social media fanning the flames. I would spread rumors that dribbling was bad and long ball was good. And with the old, I would attack with words of hate that soccer is a communist sport and it's too low scoring. If I was the anti-soccer establishment, I would establish organizations with many rules to deny kids from playing high school and other leagues. I could educate that tactics matter with the 5-year-olds and technique was an afterthought. I would make the beautiful game about the coach and not the player. I would make the cheapest sport in the world the most expensive. I would import coaches from other countries that have a history of failure to be our educators, to break up families by sleeping with the married and embarrass the youth with their witty jokes of sarcasm. If I was the anti-soccer establishment, I would educate the importance of being identified at expensive ID camps, ODP, and college showcases versus developing technique in their own home. Over time, as our national teams continue to fail to perform and qualify at the national stage, I would implement more of the same and elect more of the same. I would make soccer clubs so profitable that there is no reason to change. I would appoint the same leadership to the highest positions and allow nepotism to seize control of the inner workings of U.S. soccer. If I was the anti-soccer establishment, I would spend millions upon millions on GPS systems, heart rate monitors, and other techno gadgets to spread the wealth to their friends versus the inner cities. If I was the anti-soccer establishment, I would take from those who have and would give to those who abuse children with verbal abuse. I would make fun of all coaches who teach creativity and label them as a sideshow. Then I would go after the talented ones by never punishing bad behavior to avoid losses on Saturdays. To this point, work ethic and discipline would be non-existent with the top talent. In other words, if I was the anti-soccer establishment, I'd just keep right on doing what we're doing. David Cameron, good day.
The podcast you just heard was made using Anchor. Ever thought about making your own podcast? Anchor makes it really easy for anyone to get started. It's a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, and distributing podcasts. Best of all, it's 100% free. Sign up now at anchor.fm/new. That's anchor.fm/new to get started.